welcome to A Moment in Time with Taylor. I have mega cramps today, so don't expect much from me. But I'm going to make a smoothie, try to get a bunch of iron into my system and see if that helps at all. I'm sure it will help. Time also helps good. Hey, Bill. Put some extra goodies. Hey, Eric. Hello, Diesel. You certainly didn't need to click in here if it made you uncomfortable. Nobody hurt me. It's just nature. Nature doing its thing. Blame God. No, baby's not coming. No baby's coming. Just cramps. It's the opposite of babies coming. You don't want lady parts? I don't think you have to worry about growing lady parts at this point in your life. I did get a package from Periscope, Selena. I showed it yesterday. How are you, girl? Hey, Nikki. This smells so good. I'm hungry. I haven't really eaten anything yet today. I had some nuts at Danique's house. Probably don't need a lot of protein today either because I didn't really work out much. Nope, I'm not pregnant. Are you listening? Yeah, you gotta get... Yeah, exactly. How did you miss it? Because it was called reading... It was about reading the book, The Celestine Prophecy. Tingle Supplier. I like it. Hey, Nick. Hey, Katie. Some nut snacks. I did have nut snacks, actually. That's true. And I was like, I'm loving these nuts. And she's like, did you just say that? You hope soon? What, that I get pregnant? Why? Needs more nuts. Feel the same, girl. The pain is real. The pain is real. Sarah, thank you for being here. Did you change your name? Nick, Taylor had nut snacks today. It's true. You like the title? Thanks. It's the third time. Felicia, oh my god, do you remember when I did this title back in... Oh my gosh, Felicia was probably like my first ever Periscope follower. All because Eve ate the apple. You know what, James? I'm gonna block you. You vote soon too. I need... What? To have kids? Stop. I need a baby to love. You can't... You're gonna move to New York? I'll make beautiful kids. We're all on the Perry schedule. Are you getting sick? No, I'm getting my period. I already have my period, actually. What's the most exotic, weird supplement or herb that you have on that shelf? My husband probably knows the answer to that. I don't have CBD oil. Thank you, Alex.
You had organic saffron. I guess that's pretty weird.
Saffron? My uterus hurts, Dom. Yes, I have cramps. Katie still calls you Mr. Almost Perfect. No eyeliner. That's correct. New York City, where you at? Is that a blender? It is. I'm making a smoothie because I'm hungry. Well, I'm not really hungry, but I should be hungry, so I'm force feeding myself. Oh yeah, I have no bananas. Well, it's gonna be very watery. Yeah, but apples are like, I should have put a lot less water in here. I forgot that I don't have bananas. Hey from Miami. Jackie wants to get vlogged. Hello Miami, hello from New York. I have one of your friends here with me. Is it your period? I don't understand. Had 3 sisters, hated the ant flow crap. Hey T-Cats. Hey from Pittsburgh. Hello TMF3D. What's up from New York? Excited that your husband is here. Good, I'm glad. I'm excited he's here too. Maybe he can talk to you so I can do my thing. Not a game night, you guys? I was thinking about it before I got my period, so we'll see. Probably not. Oh, did I already eat all the salad? Oops. I forgot that I made all the salad already. What about Brussels sprouts? Can you put those in there?
I think those might be a little too old. They probably need to go to the compost.
Yeah? Should I take them out of here then?
They're gonna smell, but yeah.
Well, I'll put them in the compost thing right here. Yeah, they look a little questionable. Why is all our food always moldy on Periscope? Well,
We have good intentions.
that ruins the plan of getting iron into my diet, pretty much.
There might be some frozen stuff up there.
Frozen what?
I don't know. Mixed vegetables.
Frozen stuff.
It's gonna make things even waterier.
Oh, you mean this? The stir fry thing?
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea. But I don't think it would taste very good. It'd be too flavorful. Guys, I told you not to expect much from me. I don't even think you're getting a smoothie. Name same? Oh, hello! Name same! Thanks for the super hearts, Tam. I appreciate that. Barefoot in the kitchen. Barefoot always. Hello, Jimmy. See, Raven has cramps too. See? See, we're all sisters in this pain together. I'm sad now. Oh, thanks, Rains and Cloud. I usually follow people once I get to know them a little better. Thank you for the super hearts, Jimmy.
I can go outside and
You're
get
no
you
sister.
some violets and stuff.
Sister. No, it'll probably just taste, you know what I mean?
Violets don't taste like anything.
I was wondering if your husband was single since I'm on the market. My husband's single? No. My hips hurt a little, if that's any consolation. It's not, Eric, it's not. I literally had cramps while I was driving earlier from my ribs down, like, in my thigh. From, like, literally from here to here, I was having cramps. Like, it sucks. So, I'm sorry that your hips hurt, too. That sounded like a cult thing to say. What? We're all sisters in our pain? She says hi and she has her period, too. I'm sorry. Hey, JJ. How was your day today? I joined your yoga video. Thank you, Raven. My day was alright. It was good, and I got a lot done. It was really productive, and then I got my period, and then I got cramps. Yes, Solano. Solano knows. No games today? Probably not.
Get you jewelry, and that doesn't taste like it either.
Hot shower should help with the pain. Maybe some ginger also. If you want to get stuff, you can. I don't know. I mean, what am I going to do? I guess put a peach into it? Like, I have nothing. I don't have blueberries.
Yeah, apples instead of peach.
So just an apple and a peach.
I can go get some stuff if you want me to. It'll take a few minutes.
I don't not want to. I don't really care one way or the other. I feel like it's, I don't know. I don't want to not like it. And you feel like you've wasted your time.
Well, like, I mean, if you think about it, like the stuff you were putting in there is super bitter. Like Swiss chard. This stuff doesn't taste like anything.
That's what people say, but I like that salad. But, I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't taste it when you put it with all that sweetness. So even if I put something horrible tasting in there, you would never notice. But I'm not going to. I'm going to use jewelry, which doesn't taste like anything.
Thank you, babe. Sorry, guys, I'm not paying really good attention right now. I haven't eaten today, and it's almost 11 p.m. And I have a lot more content to do, and I don't really feel like doing it, so that's where I'm at with my energy levels. Apologize. You have iOS 11. I think I do too. All the cramp advice. Okay, here's the best cramp advice. Back bends, ready? I might hit you. Am I gonna hit you? I'm not sure, but I might. Thank you, JJ. So back bends. Yay, James! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, we're on like page 350 or something. We finished Celestine Prophecy last night. I want to start Bob Marley's biography today. Here come great cramp advice. It's good to see you too, JJ. I don't know if you can see me. Hey, vegan. I'm laying on my counter right now. Aw, thanks, Selena. I am reading upside down. I'm very impressive. What did I walk into? I'm showing them how to release Cricket ever come out you? What does that mean? Here comes some bad cramp advice? Dang, stretching that back? Yeah, I am. I'm actually stretching my uterus. I hate when my uterus acts up. Yeah, Rick? Release tension. It actually feels really good. I don't want to get up. Can you guys flip your comments upside down? That'd be great. If you could type upside down, that would be a lot easier to see, so I wouldn't be missing so many. My husband's he's foraging in the woods right now, getting me stuff for my smoothie. You have good news? All right. I know who cyanide is, but you said cricket ever come out you. I don't know what that means. P-O-D? Pod? Hi, Kimmy. Okay. Giving up. Oh. All right. That didn't feel great. Yeah, he really is. Even though I was like bitchy about it, because that's why I was mean to you, Nick. I think I was PMSing. Oh, that was the best upside down you could do. Pod is pod upside down. So you just said pod. That's perfect. Well, thank you, vegan. At least she knows how to speak upside down language. Vegan is also multi-talented. I bet she can read upside down too. some fruit. Oh my god, everything is bugging me. Nick, but if you had said that I was PMSing, I would have probably killed you. Backwards and upside down and invisible. Whoa! Want some ice cream and chocolate for your trouble? Yeah. I'm definitely getting blocked within the next couple days. Hey, Lutanya. How are you, my love? One of our monthly sponsors in the house. Peach. I'm not that dumb. Yeah, you don't have a death wish. I think I might have got a piece of the pit in there. Let's see. Not quite, but it does look a little hard. I think it's okay. You're getting tortoises? Whoa, that's so cool, JJ. My husband's dad used to have a bunch of lizards. Thank you, Latanya. You want the peach? Okay, wait, let me give you a piece. Oh, it's just normal cramps, dude. Do I have lots of bananas? No, I wish I did. Anyone see you? I see you, Nikki Sparkles. Hey, Zortadan. Finally. Wait, finally? Oh, the tortoises? Yeah, sorry. I said don't expect much of me tonight. Oh, here, Selena, a bite for you. You want to take a bite from this side? You've been wanting them for ages? That's awesome! How many women here wish us guys could experience monthly cramps? No, I'm not like a sadist. I don't want other people to have to deal with it either. You're welcome. Millions of peaches. Oh, you guys can't see my peaches. You wish nobody. Yeah, exactly, vegan. That's how I feel too. It's like I don't want other people to have pain. I just don't want anyone to have it. That would be ideal. Thank you, Zorta Dan. I'm not feeling better, but I will be tomorrow. I'm going to see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child too. Cool. Aleve or ibuprofen marks. I don't like to take medication. Did you say we're all sisters in the pain? Yeah, I did. Oh, you thought I meant all. No, I just meant the ladies. I mean, if you want to be sisters in the pain, I'm not stopping you. Hey, Chris. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Good to see you too, Scooper. I know you can't really see me right now, but hopefully you're enjoying the peaches. Pain is your body's way of telling you life sucks, yes. It means you're alive. That's true. Oh, that's what he meant to say. It's funny. Good joke. You've been better? Doing good now? Yeah, I've been better too. My uterus is betraying me, as it does every month. Just thought I'd say hey and give you hugs and love. Thanks, JJ. Thanks for coming in. Whew. That was a lot of work. Okay, moving on to El Apple. Boom. Uterus. Am I expecting? No, I have my period. Oh, thank you, Claudia. Hugs back at you. So in the room, are there women that don't get cramps? Does everyone get cramps? I know a bunch of women that don't get cramps. This is a cutting board. I'm not in the mood for advice, so don't give me advice. I'm almost never in the mood for advice. Unless I ask for the advice. Favorite baby names? No. He's like, go. I'm like, no. This is where the femme comes from in Femme Yoga Taylor. Yes, I am female. Sorry to hear about your cramps, though. Thank you, JJ. It's okay. Well, thanks for the super hearts. That makes me feel better. I mean, not really, but it does make me happy. It doesn't make my cramps go away, but it does make me feel better, so I guess it does. I was cutting over the food processor before the blender. Yeah, yep, that's going to happen sometimes. Sorry to make you uncomfortable. That's why I was cutting away from me, but okay. Oh, endometriosis, oh my gosh. I know, I'm glad that you're here too, Chris. I still do 3 hours of content a day, although I'm thinking about not doing 3 hours today because I'm dead. Unless you guys want to just hang out on the couch for the rest of the night, that'd be fine. I might jump on Flash's Skype thing, depending what the topic is. Bye, Jackie. I don't know, like, how to cut this without starting to get seeds. Where are you, seeds?
Throw the whole thing in there now.
You tell me that now? No. What do I want to talk about? I guess we'll just watch me make this smoothie. Oh, look what my husband... You found this in the woods?
Here we go.
Oh my god, that's so cool. Wait, show them. Tell them
we got.
about what it is, yeah.
So this is curly dock. You probably heard of burdock before. This is the leaves that come out of dock. And it's edible. Most things in the weeds are edible, actually. So I got a couple of those. This is jewelweed. Jewelweed grows in moist, wet areas, and then later in the season it gets these orange flowers. It's also anti-inflammatory. You can use to cancel out things like bug bites, bee sting, poison ivy, whatever.
JJ says, okay, that's cool. And Dom says you should take a bite out of it.
Actually, these things don't really taste like anything, so
Yeah!
it's not really crazy to...
Challenge accepted. Send super hearts for that, Dom.
This is like a garlic mustard. Has actually a really cool, spicy flavor. Although we won't taste it in this mix. These are like kale.
And Dom says that he loves you, and JJ says he loves herbs.
Herbs, yeah. And then
Thank you, Dan. Dan sent you super hearts.
I think somewhere in this pile I have a violet. Violet leaves are edible. Violets are delicious. They don't really taste like anything. They have a delicate flavor.
How did your husband know these things?
I bought some foraging books, and I was having a hell of a time finding anything
Thank you,
that was in those books
Claudia
out there in the
sent you
real
super
world.
hearts.
Oh, thank you. And so the one thing that I don't have in this pile, which I wish I did, would be grape leaves. We have tons of grapes that are growing wild out there, and the leaves are edible. The young ones in particular are nice and soft, but all I could find was like older ones because it's kind of late in the season, so I didn't get any grape leaves. But that right there should give you a pretty good mix out of your backyard. Of course, there's lots of other things that you could eat. Horsetails out there. Horsetails got a lot of silica. But what you really want is this green, leafy. That is the stuff that's missing from our diets. That we really will probably benefit us the most.
So true. Thank you, dude. That's awesome. I didn't know that stuff was out there.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times you don't want to eat from your yard. So keeping that in mind as well.
JJ's taking notes. Hey, thanks for those super hearts. Who just took the lead? Was that you, Dan? Thanks. That's awesome. He likes you. You're very popular. Keep talking and making money off of it.
Yep. Well, it's good stuff to know. You know, I wish we could all.
I know, Freddie.
Our...
Keeps getting better and better. He said you didn't say your husband is a superfood hunter. A dog might have peed on it. Yeah, sure, he already watched it.
Yeah, I rinsed it pretty thoroughly, and we don't have any dogs around here. We do have cats, but we don't have any dogs in our yard, thankfully. But I actually picked from very specific areas that I felt were the absolute most pristine areas I could find. In the back of our house, we have like gigantic woods that you could just go out there. We also have spice bush berries and crabapple trees out there. Spice bush is an amazing smell. If you walk past one and brush up against it, you'll smell this menthol, lemony smell. And the berries are just amazing.
Should I like break these or just put it in?
Yeah, you can just slap it in there.
Yeah.
Here's some spice bush berries that I collected that are starting to dry out. But they have an amazing smell, I can tell you that. And the taste is, it's unique. I don't know, it's a little bit bitter, but it's unique. They're edible, and there's one big seed inside as well. Deer love them.
We are in upstate New York. What do we compost all that stuff that I just took away. How do I undo it? I accidentally spammed someone I was talking to. Oh, you reported them for spam? I don't think you can undo that on this broadcast. Hey, Ed, thanks for the super hearts. Wait, show him everything. Do you see all the stuff my husband just showed?
These are...
Look at all this stuff. All this greens you see at the top, he just went out into the woods and got that for me because I was being grumpy and I forgot I didn't have salad. Did I put salad on the list? Here, talk to Ed. He's sending super hearts. Those are for you. And Dan says he's envious.
We got a pretty nice batch of stuff out there to choose from right now. Surprisingly, it's a great time of year for finding food out in the woods. If you have wintergreen, I highly recommend going out in the woods to track those down. The wintergreen berries are just amazing. They taste like candy. They have this amazing, unique flavor, and this is a good time of year to find them. And there's a lot of things out in the woods that you can eat, like mullein and what's the little there's stuff that grows in sandy, rocky areas. But you do have to kind of see it a few times so you know you have a real positive identification. You don't want to eat something that's not good for you. But luckily, a lot of the things that are not good for you taste horrible.
Thank you,
So
TMF.
that can be helpful.
And Ed, thank you guys so much. So many super hearts. Don't leave. They love you. They can't get enough of you. How much would it cost for you to stay? You are very nice, Nisa says.
Thank you.
Katie, my husband's teaching us all sorts of cool stuff. Look what he just found us in the woods. I was out of salad, so he just found all these greens, and he just taught us about all of them. Does that mean no veggies for me, Dom says? Please tell Dom versus the world I don't hate him, Periscope does. Nikki Sparkles, Dom versus the world. I mean, I think he can probably see your comments. But, yeah. So, Dom, Nikki doesn't hate you. She accidentally marked you for spam. Oh, I actually probably want to do one less than that. It's okay.
If you have any cannabis...
Winter green berries. Yeah, they're actually good. They taste just like mints. I'm a mycophile myself. Mysophile? What does that mean,
Mushrooms?
James?
Likes mushrooms?
You like mushrooms? Katie's cooking mushroom risotto.
Nice.
You should be an herbal teacher, JJ says. And Dom says, Nikki, love me. Yeah, mushrooms. Okay.
Honestly, guys, I am so amateur
Hi, Felicia. Hola,
compared
Pablo.
to somebody who really has some experience. I really would love to learn from somebody like that. The books I have, for some reason, the photos are just small and not detailed. I don't know. It's, the foraging books did not help a lot. It took internet research to find pictures that would help me identify it.
We don't say herb. Is that how you say it in the UK? My husband is here. So nice. I know. Oh, yeah, you guys can't see him. You're just hearing a voice.
That's all right. I like to be disembodied.
Herb. Okay.
Herb is a nickname for someone who's being a scumbag in the Bing.
Don't listen to him. He's not politically correct. The way your husband pronounces his S's, though, like, I want that S power. What? What does your uterus have to do with this? It hurts. I'd love to learn about herbs. Yes, TMF, thank you for the sparklies. Boom, 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 boom. Never heard of that? You never heard of herbs? Okay. I need to turn this on. So we're going to move the camera away from here now. Let's go. Oh, the light's going to be really bad. Maybe I could sit on this couch instead. What are you guys about to see in my house? Thanks for the super hearts. Appreciate that. Babe, you need to keep talking to them. I have no energy. Babe, you have to keep talking to them. They want your knowledge. Do you have any questions for him to lure him back out of the kitchen? Can we call him Babe too? Can they call you Babe? Sure. Hey, Sean. Okay, bye, JJ. What are you talking about, Yusuf? All right, I'm going to go turn the blender on. Let's do this. From now on, you will broadcast with your husband? Probably not. Sometimes. Are you ready for this? Sweet. Oh, I hope it tastes okay. I really do. I really do. The infamous scope couch. Is it? This is the scope love seat. I think this is actually what I used to sit on all the time. What do you guys say? Wow, smart guy. He's a super smart guy. Hey, Sean. I still haven't used your can opener, I don't think. I don't know why. I haven't been making food. It's been bad. We gotta get back on the cooking scope train. Love you too. How much water do I drink each day? Lately I've been drinking a lot. I think because the leaves are starting to change, the allergies are up. So I usually fill this like just over halfway, maybe like right about here. And I've been doing that about twice a day lately, but it's usually just once. And this is like a 101 ounce container. I am 26. Did you press smoothie? He pressed something. Jump onto it from the balcony. You're still going on with that? Couch scope. Really? Really? Get the pimple out of here. Your life sucks. Why? Am I doing okay? I'm doing alright, Troy. I have cramps. That's all. Make hubby do it? Jump off it. He probably wouldn't even be able to. He's too tall. You turn 23 next month, Eric? That's pretty impressive. Oh, he's blending my stuff for me. I love him. I bet I can, like, move you guys so that... Oop. I'm tapping stuff. How tall is he? 6 foot, I think? 6 foot or so. Oh. Don't mess. That's true. I wish I could actually, like, see the comments while I sit here and lay down. It's not cute. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. I don't care though. Cover the pimple. I don't have cranberry juice. Thanks for inviting me. I'm dead. I need a head pillow. This can't be both. What are you guys up to? Whew. Hey, Robbie. What's up, man? Are you excited for Skyping tonight? If I opened my legs, it wouldn't even matter. You can't even see my legs. What kind of troll are you? Let's see it. What, my uterus? That's so weird. Google Glass. Oh, you hope I feel better? Thanks, Troy. That's nice. Rough time of the month. It is. You hope my uterus feels better? Thank you. Yes, Mr. P is making me a uterus soothing smoothie. He's amazing. Thank you for the super hearts, Lise. Wow, you guys send a lot of super hearts when I'm in pain, but I feel like most of the super hearts came from Mr. Perfect, who might come back soon. A uterus smoothie, that's exactly what it is. Show him a used tampon? Who? Where can I buy one? What, Mr. Perfect? It's priceless. Uterus pain is good for super hearts. Why does it hurt, may I ask? Because it's in a wine glass.
There's apple skins in the mix. They won't break up in the blender.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Ryan. That was nice.
It's not as sweet as usual.
It smells very green. He told me it wasn't going to taste like anything, but I think he lied to us. But it's okay. He blended it up, so we're just going to drink it.
It doesn't taste like anything, but it's not super sweet
either. Oh, I feel like I can taste everything separately. Like the vanilla. Watch the face. The vanilla tastes good, but it's separate. It's like the last flavor. Mm-hmm. Mostly I just taste like woods. Like I'm drinking woods. Oh, now I have a headache. Hey, Big Taylor. Hey, Big Tyreek. Hey, Kara.
No, it's not bad.
This is the angle I use when I have a big pimple on my forehead. I just angle it so you can't see the pimple, and I'm like, there.
I like it.
Yeah, it works.
I don't get that. Can't see me.
It's not a liquor drink, no. Hey, Kara. Kudos to your husband. I wish I knew what I could eat out in my yard. Oh, cheers. Pass the drink. Here you go, Manny. You have it. Ed said he picked that green stuff in the dark. Who knows what it was?
I brought my headlamp.
He brought his headlamp, which is really sexy. Yours hurt yesterday, Kara? See, look, we're all synced up. We have Periscope synced uteruses. Smell-o-vision? Smells like the woods.
Yeah.
Right out of the grass catcher. Mm-hmm.
It actually tastes a lot better than it smells. It does smell a little planty.
It smells a lot better than it tastes. We have different taste buds. Mm-hmm. You can eat anything outside. I caught vegan dough eating my lawn. I have poison ivy in my yard. We do too.
Yeah,
what actually, a good hubby.
I spent a lot of time pulling what I suspect to be poison ivy out of there.
Lisa wants to pick your brain.
Go for it.
I can't angle it. Maybe if I get closer to you. It's still that pimple angle. You're going to have to get used to it. You're going to have mysterious eyes.
Well, I haven't shaved, so I'm like looking a little scruffy over here.
Sexy.
Plus, I'm wearing a shirt that has a ton of holes in it.
Kara said that she's never met you. Hi.
That's how we do things.
That's how we do. That's how Flash does it. Oh yeah, they think you are Flash, some people. This is the first time you've seen him? Haha, you don't get to see him all the way. Oh, the pimple. You can't actually see the pimple, so I guess you can see him.
In order to see me, you have to see the pimple as well. Now, you can't see my pimple, which is awesome. Actually, I don't have a pimple, but I have a dot on my forehead, like right here. Oop.
Yeah, the light is actually somewhat flattering. I mean, it's not great. I haven't showered today. I'm wearing the same thing I was wearing last night. Nobody pointed it out. It's pretty impressive. Ryan says hi. Don't burn the poison ivy. Inhaling the smoke can be deadly.
Yes, indeed.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you want to pile it up in a pile and let it compost.
Mr. Pimple.
Mr. P, Mr.
Hulk Man seed shakes.
Hmm?
I don't know. Hulk Man. Wait, man seed. Wait.
Oh, man seed. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to eat.
How old is your husband? Vegan wants to know.
I am in my 30s.
Troy says when he doesn't shave, he doesn't leave the house. Are you getting the guitar out?
I leave the house. I don't shave, and then I do leave the house. That's my favorite thing.
Dom says he's not gay, but you can be his man crush Monday. What's wrong? Hurt yourself doing yoga? Nope, just that time of the month, Deb. How's it going? You like the joint scope? I'm glad. I try to get him to do this sometimes. Like when my uterus hurts, I don't feel like saying anything. Definition of aspergillosis. Wait, what did you say? You said something that sounded like that.
Aspergillosis. I don't know that one.
No, she's like asking you to clarify something you just said. Does he have a... Wait. Guys, come on, talk slower. Hey, Manny. Manny's here for you.
What, talking about not going out of the house?
Does he have a scope like that beard? What does that mean?
This is actually like... I can't even grow facial hair right here. So this is like one of those like Orlando Bloom wannabe kind of things, you know?
Uterus support. It is true love. Thanks for inviting Tim.
I don't mean I'm trying to be like Orlando Bloom. I mean Orlando Bloom's trying to have a beard and it's not working. And the same thing happening with me.
My time of the month lines up with your foot cramps. We look like siblings. Yeah, when you are married, you start to look like each other.
That's right.
Bonjour, Florista. Thank you, Manny Doe. Manny invited the gays, and he said, your uterus hurts. What did he do to it? You could color it in, like Joe Dirt. Classic
Does he have
smoothie
that?
in the wine glass.
I gotta rewatch Joe Dirt. That was a funny movie.
Orlando Bloom.
Mm-hmm.
Merci beaucoup, mon ami.
I think, who was it that played Legolas the Elf? Was that Orlando Bloom or was that
No,
Justin Timberlake? Or who?
No, that was Orlando Bloom. Legolas? Oh, I thought it was Legolas.
Yeah. I don't know how you're supposed to say it.
Kiss him. If you want me to kiss him, send super hearts.
See, he was a
Big
good elf
pimpin'.
because he can't grow a freaking really good beard, you know? So it makes for a good elf.
It is spirulina.
I'd probably make a good elf.
How'd you know that, Travis? What's in the green smoothies? Not normally the stuff in here. I'm not even going to go over it. I wouldn't recommend this one.
You don't like this one?
Legolas. She says it's Legolas.
Legolas.
Legolas? What's the drink? It's a healthy smoothie, but it doesn't taste very good. Normally it does.
I think it tastes fantastic.
Excuse me. I missed so many comments, you guys. You gotta send shorter comments for uterus scopes.
I'd be willing to bet that if there was a banana in here, it would be a lot more similar to what you're used to.
Lisa wants us to catch. She's cool. And she sent super hearts, so. Spaghetti is hard until it gets wet. I'm never sure about these comments.
Allegedly.
How many super hearts to burp again? Did I burp?
I didn't burp. Did I?
Who burped? Yes, my uterus hurts because my man is hung like a horse. Yep, that's exactly why.
Sometimes troll comments work out in your favor. That's not really, I don't know, I guess
in your favor.
It would be like,
Not
what's
in
a
the favor
sex
of my
troll?
uterus.
What would that be called?
I'm pretty sure sex doesn't work like that. You don't touch the uterus while having sex. I burped lightly. Oh, I did?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I burped. Proof.
I was talking about the uterus.
What's in the smoothie? A bunch of stuff from the woods. That's exactly what it tastes like.
No, it tastes fantastic. It smells kind of
well,
gross.
he likes apples and I don't.
It smells like a salad that I wouldn't want to eat. Like bitter salad would be.
It smells like something I would eat. And then I eat it and I'm like, no.
To me, it's actually like just the right amount of sweetness. I think for her, she'd like it a little sweeter. Usually when she makes them, it's sweeter than I prefer. So.
Are you shy?
Yes. Yep. Sometimes, yeah.
Tastes
I don't like to make eye contact with people. I noticed that. That's a big thing. But I do like to
Potion
talk to people.
magique. Oui, Florista. She's
Maybe
from
that's what they
France.
were saying. Definition of Aspergillus. They're saying I have Asperger's.
No, I don't think so.
Like Cartman.
He has a soothing voice. He does. We've been married 3 years. He looks like he could be a government spy or a secret agent. Maybe he is.
I probably would have been good at that, but if you know my political beliefs,
Are you an alchemist?
I'll be more like Ed Snowden. I'm an alchemist. Let's see. Alchemy is like supposed to turn. Yeah, I can. I can turn paper into gold. I can show you that.
A lot of people say they don't like to make eye contact. Vegan Doe, Ryan, I think one other person said it too. Or you could also be a serial killer, someone says.
Yeah, definitely. I would be good at that. Only thing is, though, honestly, I'd be a good serial killer, but I wouldn't be a good hunter. Because I feel bad for animals.
Dom says, I can tell he rocks leather jackets. How'd you know that? Or a nut vendor.
A nut snack vendor?
Hot nuts. Ed Snowden just seems like a subversive libertarian.
Definitely seems like a libertarian. I think of him as a patriot. I think of him as someone who sacrificed his cushy job to go on the run and reveal the truth that when government gets too big, it pretty much can do nothing but harm.
No, I'm not sick. I had my period.
Also, keep in mind that Ed Snowden's ancestors were all patriots going back through military history. Like, that's probably how he ended up working for the NSA. His family is a family of patriots. He's working for the people of the United States of America. That's pretty awesome. The government is supposed to serve the people of America. That's the debate.
They said patriot, yes, but he also broke his contract. I think for good reason, but Vegan Doe wants to know what your hobbies are.
I have so many. I like to do so many things that I'm like, I never get super good at any one thing because I always want to try a bunch of different things. But I like to do sport motorcycle riding and mechanics. It's probably my biggest hobby right now. Every single day I ponder things about how to modify motorcycles, and I research and study, and I work on my own bikes and take them out and test them. I test tires and I post reports about that.
Yeah, Ryan, what the hell? Number 4, you gotta get it together. Look at, you're this color today. You match this. Sounds like me. I tried too much. I'm sorry to hear about your uterus, I guess. It's okay, Perry Bird. It'll be okay by tomorrow. Snacks of the nut kind is my hobby. Wait, someone else said that they're waiting for someone to clear up all the debt so that it will hurt the government and the elite.
Yeah, this definitely works, in their favor. Debt works in their favor, which is cool because public debt is actually larger than government debt. We have the power to stop that if we stop taking out debt.
No, you finish because it was just a troll comment I was going to read.
Yep. Basically, it's in our power. All the things that we need are in our power. We can take care of our health and our wealth. It starts at home. We don't need politicians. We don't need presidents. I don't care what's happening in some other part of the world. I care about what's happening with my family, my community. I mean, if you have a surplus and you want to send money to help other people in other parts of the world, absolutely. For example, look at Ebola. That could have come here to America if we didn't help fund to stamp that out. And it pops up over and over again. It's like there's a natural reservoir in the bats, allegedly, that's popping up all over the place. So you got to keep stamping it out.
What accent is your husband's? I don't know. I don't think he has an accent.
I think I once had a conversation with a friend from Australia, and I'm like, "Wow, your accent's so cool." And they're like, "Well, so is yours." I'm like, "What? I don't have an accent."
Dom says he doesn't understand what anyone's talking about, but amen. Mm-hmm. If you have a surplus, go to femyoga.com, become a sponsor. Ed, yes! High five for you with my foot. Oh, thank you, Selena. He sounds like a Californian. The catch is always that they put the $2 million for computers in the same bond as the $50 million football stadium.
Yep.
American accent. It's that northern accent, y'all. Foot 5. That was a foot 5.
It's a Yankee accent.
It was a high foot.
People say that Americans sound nasally. Like
there
we're
you go, Vegan Doe.
Talking through our nose.
I hear a bit of twang.
Maybe.
Ebola don't even know.
I belong down south. Ebola don't even know? Word. No doubt about that.
We had a surplus under Dwight Eisenhower and Bill Clinton.
There's some complexity with Bill Clinton's quote-unquote surplus. But I would say that Bill Clinton is a corrupt government parasite criminal, generally speaking. I don't think it's hard to find evidence for that. So if he can hide behind the flag of I save the children, I save the widows and the sick, and Obamacare, he waves the flag, I save sick people and poor people. That's what we do. It's quite the opposite, believe me. They're predators.
Vegan Doe, is that the first super heart you ever sent me? It was really special. That was awesome. It was for my burp.
Nice.
It was a good burp.
Very nice.
Bill Clinton had a surplus in his pants.
Stop, you sure did.
Stop.
That's a good troll comment.
Clinton's surplus was a farce. There's Ed. There's Ed with the high foot.
Ed knows.
Ed knows. Hey, Sage. I'll pretend it was. Okay, it wasn't? Okay.
And we
I
can
just
even
thought it was
say
special.
that Obama's
It is special,
deficit was partially a rollover from Bush. The point I'm trying to make is it doesn't matter. Every president has to print money. They're going to have to print more and more and more and more and more. That's the way it works. And it doesn't matter who's in office. Even Trump, he's going to have to print more money. He's going to have to accelerate the money printing. That's my prediction.
Hey, Susie. Paranoias. I think you asked something earlier. Oh, no, I think I already answered. This is a healthy smoothie, mostly made up of stuff from the woods.
I weigh 150 pounds and I'm over 6 foot. So definitely thin. But I'm Irish, so we're pretty much carved out of wood. You can throw us off a cliff and we'll just not even get bruised.
Did Hillary ever send you an email about yoga? Yes. No, just kidding. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm afraid of her. What's your husband's... Ooh. MBTL? Oh, Ryan, did you just kick that guy? Wow, snap. MBTI, what's that mean? We buy printed money. We don't just print. How do y'all stay so skinny? Hola, Taylor and Taylor's hubby. Hi, Susie.
The camera takes pounds off of us. And, plus, I have a small head. The rest of me is a lot bigger than what you see here. My head's further back than hers, which makes it look even smaller still.
Oh yeah, now my head looks more
normal. Now I have a big nose from this angle.
I feel like I look pretty in this light a little bit. You are ENTJ. What's your husband? Oh, you're Myers-Briggs.
Oh, okay. INTJ, yeah. Mm-hmm.
INTJ. Sage says, hey man. No, it's okay, Ryan. That's fine. Really, honestly, it's fine. A Frappa-Jappa-Juice? Yeah, that's what this is. Frappa-Jappa-Juice! Hey, Donna!
It tastes like a Frappa-Jappa-Juice.
Ryan says he's INTJ. That's cool. We should all meet. Let's meet.
I forgot what that even... I was having a hard time with Myers-Briggs because I'm like, okay, the intuitive thing, it's like a little confusing with the perspective.
Intuitive versus sensory.
And sensory. Like, I'm not, I feel like that's a little bit arbitrary, almost like, I'm not sure it's carved out into nice categories like it really could be.
Meat is good. Who wore the uterus? What? Oh, you mean like wore it out? No, that's not how it works. That's not how sex works. You just have to go back to health class. I should take that test. You should. It's 16personalities.com. Does it taste like a black and mild cigar? You said the woods.
Definitely smells like something like...
This is Mr. Perfect.
Oh, it smells like a mowed lawn.
Stop ignoring my recognition of your chairs. Yes, Roxilla, we're in... kind of. It's the couch, but okay.
Oh, what about the chairs?
Are people that dumb? He doesn't believe we have any chairs in our house.
Oh.
I am INFJ. That's vegan dough.
So it's
feeler
like
instead of thinker.
Feeler instead of thinker. Now, isn't it when you're intuitive instead of sensory? I don't know. I'm just totally confused about it.
What are we planning for Halloween? I want to be Flash. He's gonna help me.
Yes, mowed lawn. That's what. I nailed it. It's mowed lawn.
I think Ryan nailed it, but.
No, I mean that's what I was saying earlier.
Oh.
I think I couldn't figure out what it smells like, but it smells like something you would know the smell of. You know what I mean? The mowed lawn is it.
Grass. Yeah, Freddie. Yeah.
And that's a lot of what we're missing in our diets, modern diets, is leafy greens. So why not?
You're gonna be me. What? How could you be me? I'm mowing my lawn tomorrow. I'll save you some. All right, thanks, Ryan.
I was trying to tell
Most
people
say they're INFJ.
We have some dried wheatgrass we could put in there.
I'm IAMS, like the cat food. Okay, spit. Dumb. What, us? You know there's an X, right? Nobody's forcing you to stay here, homie. I need to get more greens, and yeah, we all do. I think for me, the smoothies have been the number one way, the most sustainable way to do that. I don't make salads. I did a 30-day salad challenge. I pretty much made 1 or 2 salads since then. That was months ago. But this I've been keeping up, regardless of the challenge. It's so easy, and as long as you rinse the blender right afterwards, you don't even really have dishes besides this.
Yep.
We're not Democrats.
Cat food tastes like just because we're actually socially liberal. And that makes us seem like Democrats. But Democrats wave the flag of helping poor people when I would argue that big government does the opposite.
My stomach feels weird.
Poor and middle people more than anybody.
Are we about to die?
No.
Does your stomach feel weird?
No.
It's probably just my period. Spaghetti Challenge 365.
Jewelweed is known to be edible. And Curly Doc is basically it's probably one of the better things you could ever eat.
No, we eat meat. We both eat meat. No, Alex, I'm not pregnant. I just have my period. Wait, my weenus is killing me. They need to learn to help themselves more. Yes, Democrats hide poor people in the system. Excuse me.
Indeed. They do need to help themselves. It's a long, hard road out of hell. If your ancestors were alcoholics and drug addicts and like my ancestors were all alcoholics, you're probably not going to land in a super wealthy place when you're born. But we can change that for our own kids by not being financial failures, so that your kids will be born to privilege. We already are born to privileges by being in America.
Kids.
So, yeah.
I don't like to take medication, though.
So you can blame poor people for being poor because their ancestors probably, in some cases, my case, were alcoholics, and we would have been a lot wealthier if it weren't for that. But my grandfather, my dad worked hard even though he was alcoholic. He was a functional alcoholic. And I had a pretty good childhood. So I consider myself extremely lucky and extremely rich just to have been born here in America. There's no doubt about it.
My stomach's making noises.
My ancestors came here from Ireland and Poland, and that was a hard journey, and it cost a lot of money. And my great-grandfather worked in a coal mine to get that money. So that's an investment they made that paid off today for us. And now, obviously, the majority of people are going to be, 50% of all people are below average in wealth, right? So that's unavoidable. There's going to be people in lower class. The point I'm trying to make is that poor people don't have to have a bad life. You can be poor and still have a good standard of living for these large group of poor people if we didn't waste so much on government. That's my thesis. And of course, they need to learn to help themselves, and they don't get taught that. That's pretty much what they're taught, the opposite of that.
Thank you for the super hearts, Freddie. This one's for you, Freddie. Cheers. Oh, you just drank yours. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You drank first.
The apples are organic. Got them from Hannaford. Delicious.
That was way too long, Dub. I missed it. Minimalism? I like him.
Yeah, minimalism. It's a good way to put it.
Everyone says they're for you.
It self-regulates.
If you Except vegan. That was for my burp. That one's for me. The rest are for you.
Big government presumes that we can't regulate ourselves. In a lot of ways, they're right. But still, we can probably do less damage than they do. They do an awful lot of damage.
He has good value, Christian man. No. Hey, B-Nex.
I identify with a lot of the things that Christians identify with, for sure. I'm more comfortable in a room with a Christian than I am with a Democrat.
A bunch of this stuff in the woods. Have you ever grown your own food?
I used to work at a greenhouse. I grew up. My dad was a greenhouse grower for basically ornamental flowers and things like that. So they used chemical fertilizers and soilless pro-mix type soils. And I learned growing up. That's how I learned to grow flowers. My dad sold flowers. That was what he did for his whole living. But as far as growing food, my dad once tried to grow tomatoes and strawberries in this pro-mix using the chemical fertilizer, and he grew some big, beautiful, amazing tomatoes and strawberries that totally tasted like crap. So he threw them all out in a big pile where they rotted, and some of them survived and grew on top of the rotting pile, and they bear fruit. And he went out and tried them, and they were delicious. So he came to the conclusion that the babied plants were, disgusting because they just didn't have enough stress in their lives. But my conclusion is that they tasted horrible because of the Peters fertilizer. It was this NPK 20-20-20. They would taste a lot better in a rotting pile because they're actually there's earthworms and things feeding them from, organic compost and you get a natural flavor, usually a smaller fruit, but you get a higher quality nutrient density and a better flavor. Mm-hmm. The flavor that sort of you could say nature intended. So that's my conclusion on it. So if you're going to grow food, I'd say grow it organically. And if you're not getting enough yield, grow more. Go in a bigger section. Make sure you get more sun or whatever. Compost and use that as fertilizer. I don't even think it's a viable option to use NPK 20-20-20 to feed food crops. And it's actually kind of rude to feed your flowers with it because then the bees come along and drink the nectar from a chemical fertilized plant.
Come on, somebody block that guy. I missed him. Does Mr. Perfect have a major or a degree in something?
No, I don't. I like to study a lot of different topics. I'm interested in electronics. I had an electronics business for a while. I still do a little bit. My dad taught me electricity, and my grandfather was an electrician, and it kind of goes in the family, electrical stuff.
It's Jackie. Jackie, one of my top trolls.
Taste better?
Is a natural meat taste better?
Yeah, it's a good example.
And Perry Bird said he's thinking about growing carrots.
Cool. Definitely grow purple carrots or rainbow carrots. That'd be fun.
The most romantic thing he has done is probably when he proposed in the swimming pool.
I'm not very romantic, but I try to appreciate that. We can make some nice memories and do some.
I'm not really into romance. I would probably not like him as much if he was doing romantic stuff all the time.
Yeah, I believe that.
I find it to be a bit feminine in certain cases. Like if you had like candlelit dinner, I guess, I don't know. What's the most romantic? Carrot? You didn't think so? Yeah. Everyone says that we're going to make good looking kids. Do you want kids?
I love freedom, but I think we need to reproduce. If we have 2 kids, we won't be increasing the population, so we can do at least 2.
We can. Should we start right now? Oh, wait. You just call him Mr. Perfect. That works. Or you can call him Perfect or Mr. P. A lot of the guys call him Mr. P. I just call him Perfect sometimes. I cut the Mr. off. Hearts are going... Try eating them as they go up. Ed says he has 2 kids. Stay free.
Stay free.
Yeah, but that's the way to do it. There was twins, so she only had to do 1 birthing, 1 pregnancy, and she gets 2 for the price of 1. You're only asking him now if he wants kids? No. I was asking him because you guys were asking.
We talked about it. At first, we didn't want kids, but...
Everyone's like, is it porn time? No. Start next week. Okay. How do we make kids, technically, I mean? How do we make kids? They want to know.
How do you make kids?
Pretty sure it was probably a troll question.
Yeah, what did they call it earlier? Man seed something?
Hulk man seed?
Hulk man seed, yeah.
Would you like some green eggs and ham with that drink? He's making that smoothie last. No, he refilled it, I think.
Yeah, this is my second. We're going
When
for
did
round
you do
2.
that?
Just now I poured it right
Oh,
in.
it's right next to you. I'm like, how do you do that? My legs are over the top of him. I'm like, how did he get away? Not snacks. Not snacks. Insert tab A into slot B. That's a funny answer. I don't think this wants to stand up anymore. Starts with watching the Notebook movie. You don't make kids, silly. A stork comes along. You were going to say he's the Flash. Oh, yeah, the Flash, like the Marvel
We're on
Flash.
an iPhone 5, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's too heavy for... Oh, wait, I can't say that because it was given to me. Nothing. Love the tripod.
It is pretty cool.
The stork is a fact. My wife and I have 2 kids. Changes a lot of things. Less scopes, for sure. Aw. But you're a pretty good supporter, though, Freddie, even with that. Well, you're also the guy, though. Turn on the Notebook, Netflix. Why is your uterus hurt? Did he bottom out? Is it updated to yes.
Luckily, we're both not a super fan of romantic movies either, are we?
No.
Like The Notebook.
No, I definitely don't like seeing people randomly have sex in the middle of a movie. Where are the kids? We don't have any. Would you ever have a companion animal? We have a cat.
Jack is our buddy.
But
He's our
he's
kid.
probably going to be our last pet, I would think.
Yeah, actually, you know,
At least for
we
a
don't have
while.
like goldfish or anything. I mean, I feel so bad for like almost every pet I see. I was watching.
Me
I was
too.
studying in Africa
dogs.
last night, and I saw they had a monkey tied to the wall, and she said, "How long have you had it? 3 years." I'm just like, dude, that thing is tied to like a chain. It's right near its own poop, and it can't get away from it. I mean, it's just horrible.
Dub says
So-
that Jack is dope, and then James comes in and says, Flash!
Yeah, so Jack is kind of like, he's a very free
Hey,
animal.
Laszlo.
He gets to go in and out. He goes to the bathroom outside. He's got a pretty big territory of zone that he can kind of traverse.
Ew.
I mean, he's got
Ferrets
he's,
have a weird smell, though.
He's got no, they're not terrible. I mean, the
Yeah,
ferrets
unique. I would go to that probably, depending on who was going. Oh,
But,
thank you, Diesel.
I mean, I saw 3
Wait,
ferrets in a
no,
cage
Dave,
at
thank
my
you, Dave.
friend's house, and I'm like, I feel terrible for the ferrets. Like, dude, this is so
You guys
unnatural.
believe that, too.
Just
I
a
told
little-
Katie this, and she almost ate me alive. Yeah, no, I know. But she didn't eat you alive because of that. She ate you alive for eating animals, not for not having pets. You had 2 ferrets, Eric? Yeah, I'm never really
They're-
was a big
they're
fan
so
of ferrets.
But I would feel, I don't know how often they keep them in the cage.
Okay.
Every time I go there, they're in the cage, and I feel like that's pretty
Free-range
sad.
ferrets. Have some kids. They are awesome. Changes your life for the better. I was so scared before I waited 11 years. That was Mo.
We
I
were-
have 3 French bulldogs. That's Chris.
Cute.
Ferrets are so cuddly. Oh, yeah, that cat. Oh, that's what I was going to say, Ren. That wasn't my cat. That was actually my client's cat. And, yeah, he's super cute. That's Sylvester. It's not a rat. It's a ferret. I have a pet walrus. I had a Democrat as a pet. No, I told her domesticating pets was for the people, not the pets. And she was like, die, die, die. Yeah, that sounds about right. I have 19 monkeys. They are my kids. Oh, your French
What?
bulldogs?
Monkeys.
No, he doesn't have monkeys. That's Jackie. That's the troll. I have a cat and a dog. And he didn't even say a reasonable amount of monkeys either. He said 19
I think that was the idea, yeah. Trying to make it obvious. I just don't know. You never know with people, you know. Some people have 19 monkeys. I wouldn't be surprised.
What other New Yorkers do you have going? Well, I mean, we're going to need a date and time to know who can actually go, probably. Sage has no pets. How is it, Sage? Do you live alone? Do you live with anyone? Is it lonely without pets? I've always wondered that. I keep my monkeys chained to the wall. I have 2 rescue fish, too. Oh, rescue fish. That's so nice. Yeah, fishes. I feel like a fish is an easy one, like, to have, to take care of, but it's stuck in a little thing, you know? I have wild turkeys parading inside my place. Inside your place? I had a pet rock, but I was too stoned to take care of it. That's a good one. 19 monkeys, that's a lot of them. That would be a tractor trailer full of peanuts. Are you guys getting drunk? They are in my... No, whoa! I keep trying to set the kids free at 4.5, but they keep coming back really quickly.
See, that's more nature-oriented. You let the kids loose at a certain
James.
point, and it's not your problem anymore. It kind of makes sense. If that's the case, I could have a
has
bunch of
them
kids.
in a pond.
Oh, that's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's pretty
I know
cool.
of some people use systems where they'll actually use the pond to collect fertilizer, and then the plants will like dangle in the pond, and the fertilizer feeds the plants, and the plants feed the fish. I mean,
Jackie says he feeds cats to his monkeys.
there's some kind of cool way you can do that.
Oh, you live
I think
with your
that's really a
family?
good idea.
Kids can't live in a pond. Cats and dogs now have chips. It's a poo pond.
Yeah, exactly.
My plants dangle in the pond too. That sounds nice. I want to come visit you.
There's what's it called? Like some kind of like hydroponics that uses fish. I forgot.
Hydroponics, yay or nay?
Nay. I would say nay. You know, you're talking about chemical fertilizer in those conditions. The quality of the product is going to be lesser, in my opinion, than a soil-grown, compost-grown
Aquaponics.
product. Aquaponics, yeah, that's the one. Now,
Nice,
that
Eric.
I think would be a cool idea. Although you have to watch out for
Katie's here?
cost to benefits. You know what I mean? Like,
Ooh, rabbit poop.
if it's too complicated to run the aquaponics system, then
No,
maybe it
doesn't
wouldn't
work for the
be
government.
such a great thing. But
My balls live in my wife's pond. Okay.
I would probably make a lot of money working for government, but
Eric does hydro in the winter.
I do hydro in the winter. Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's true. You can get cuttings going ahead of time, and then you can transplant hydro plants into soil in the spring, and that's another option you could use hydro for. But honestly, it's not really
You think she
necessary.
left
Like,
it?
you can plant into dirt. It's so simple. You can move it around. Hydroponics, a lot of times it's a little complex. It's got some plumbing. If the plumbing goes bad, it floods your place. I mean, there's electricity involved for pumps. If the pumps kick off, the plants die. So I think soil is a pretty good solution, you know.
For real. I use poop on everything. James said, did I just hear dro?
Yep, we're talking about dro. And that applies to cannabis for sure. If you're going to smoke cannabis, would you rather smoke compost-grown, soil-grown, or hydroponics, NPK, sprayed with pesticides? You know, organic cannabis to me is definitely a good idea if you're going to go that route. And it's probably, if you work the math, I'm sure you could figure out a way to do it better and cheaper.
They use human poop in the UK for fertilizer.
Yeah, I mean, human manure is fine if the person's eating organic, but if they're jacked up on every kind of pharmaceutical, I wouldn't recommend it.
It is a bish.
We're high level predators. I mean, our waste is kind of toxic typically. We eat predators that have toxicity, and then we concentrate even more in our organs. So
Not if you're vegan. Like vegan dough.
yeah, that's true. If you're a vegan, you eat organic, and you eat. I don't know. I don't necessarily actually buy into the vegan thing because I believe in like dairy, and I believe a little bit of meat in your diet is really, really good for you. I do feel bad for the animals, though. That's a major concern.
They spread human poop all over the fields.
I feel bad for plants, too.
Hey, Jeremy. It's my husband.
We have to kill, when you plow down a field, like, you're killing a lot of mice and stuff.
Ryan.
So even if you're vegan, you're still killing a ton of animals.
Vegans should put their poop on eBay.
You just have to kill to survive. It's really kind of unfortunate.
Ryan's... Oh, go ahead.
What I missed. You had said something important, and I walked right over it.
Poop on the field.
Oh yeah, poop on the field. Yeah. Yep, I wouldn't recommend that.
Thank you, Jeremy. Would you eat lab meat?
Lab meat? Probably not.
I'd feel bad if someone was eating my leg and says.
Definitely.
But what if you were injured, waiting to be taken out of your misery, like the injured gazelles and stuff? The lions will take them out, you know. Right?
Oh
No?
yeah, they take down the weak and the old. Yeah. I mean, usually they go into shock when they get attacked by a lion, and you can see them getting eaten alive and not even moving. It happens to like fawns and stuff a lot of times. So, I don't know. I just can't come to. I can't. I hate the idea of a suffering.
Thank you for the
creature.
super hearts, Jeremy. Is that for my
quite
uterus,
unfortunate.
or is it for my husband? My husband's getting all the super hearts tonight. He's working. He's a takeover. Cheaper than a nursing home. What's your favorite item off the menu at McDonald's? Obviously, pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. Huh?
Pumpkin cream pie.
I would say like their salad. You know, their salad is the closest thing to healthy you could possibly find, even though it's chemical salad.
I'm gonna take a nap. You keep going. You have to read the comments though.
I can't read.
We're a good balance for each other.
Dawn visual, awesome dawn visual. See, I just can't read.
Mine was the 30C ice cream cone. Wait, what? I don't know what that means either. I can't read. That's why they travel in groups, play the odds.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for awesome dawn visual before bedtime. Peace. I'm not sure what you mean by that right now, this. If man doesn't eat animals, other animals will eat him. Social justice warrior. It's a way of life to eat meat.
What's social justice
We're
warrior?
getting into it, vegan. I don't know, something Jackie said. Try not to pay him too much attention.
Oh, okay. I know social justice is like some of that Democrat thing, but
yeah, he's
you know.
not. He's just trying to troll us.
And when I said, you know, I can insult Republicans so easily in the same sentence with Democrats.
Trigger.
They're just spending big bucks.
Other animals
That's
with
all.
rifles.
Whether they're spending it on policing the
fawn
world
visual.
or, you know, policing America. Either way, it's
Oh,
spending.
the fawn visual about them getting eaten alive.
Oh yeah, it's like a baby fawn getting eaten alive and not even caring because it's in shock. Yeah, it's just great.
Can't go wrong with the Newman's coffee at McDonald's. I've been eaten by an animal, but it only took a bite. I taste too much like ramen.
I get eaten every single day by my cat.
Oh.
He chews on me
thought
like
this
I'm
was
some
going
kind of
down a different
delicious
kind of
treat.
That's like what?
That's why I call him Chewy.
End scope. Make America great again. Republicans are saving the taxpayers' money.
They wave the flag of being fiscally conservative, but they're not fiscally conservative. Therefore, I accuse them of being just as bad as Democrats. They spend money. They spend government money. They like big government.
They like big government.
There's some Republicans that are confused that are actually libertarians, and they should just go be libertarians and stop being Republicans because Republicans are big government.
Sage said he was on a walk today and a dog fearlessly stared at him.
Stare right back at that dog. You know, that dog's probably only 50 pounds. You could probably pound his brains in.
You have to be calm, assertive, like Caesar would tell you. The dog whisperer. Hey, Jagini, have you met my husband yet? When my dog licks me, I think he loves me, but he's just tasting me for when I die.
Mm-hmm. That's what my cat's thinking. I can guarantee that.
Oh, that was a bad laugh.
Is
It
it?
was funny.
It was good.
It was a good one, Spit.
Are you still alive over there from eating this unknown foraging?
My stomach stopped making sounds. It doesn't feel weird, so I think we're okay.
Nice.
I think I'm able to digest it.
Missed them.
Not a good sign. Haley, I think tomorrow it may be worse when I see him. Good to see you, bud, Jagini says.
What's up?
I find people who blindly support either party to be delusional. Both parties are crazy corrupt.
Yeah. Yep. Big time.
Anarchy.
Libertarian says small government. Anarchic capitalist says no government. I like local government. I actually had a cop drive by the other day, and he was checking to make sure no one was breaking into our shed because I was in the shed. Okay. And it was great. I liked it. I waved at him. He kept driving.
What do you think of Obamacare and now Trump trying to repeal? Imagine tomorrow you poop out a pretty flower.
Stop clock is right twice a day. If the Republicans want to repeal some junk, I'm all for it.
We call him Mr. Perfect. TM F3B says F Trump. And he sent a lot of super hearts, so let's tread lightly here.
They won't. I'm kind of with him on that. I mean, Trump has been pro-big government.
My grandma was really happy about his speech yesterday. She was like, did you see his speech this morning? It was amazing. It was so good. I can't wait to hear what the opposition has to say about it. I was like, oh.
I go back and forth about the wall.
Political parties are like religious groups. The two-party system exists to keep people divided, easier to control by the powers. Anarchy, do-it-yourself. Who said that? His UN was amazing. Rocket Man. Okay. Do-it-yourself attitude. Yeah, Sage, rock on. You're Canadian. That came from a Canadian. Everybody noticed this.
Canadians need to take over that country and grab it by the throat and get rid of those money-spending, big government crazies like Justin Trudeau.
His UN speech was awesome. Did you say what you thought about Obamacare?
Obamacare is big government, big insurance, big business, big money, big fascism. It's a disaster for health.
Big
it's
fail.
expensive. It's a big fail. If you want to take care of your health, there it is. You can do that at home. That's going to do you way better than Obamacare. I guarantee it. Stop eating sugar and flour, and you'll
Jackie
be like
agrees with you.
10, 15 years younger in a matter of weeks. Then you can get all fancy and go into organics and stuff if you want to. But quitting flour and sugar, to me, is the first step to health. And if you don't do that, nothing can help. No Obamacare, no cancer surgery. If you're still eating sugar and flour, chances are you have metabolic disease, you're headed for cancer, diabetes, and heart disease.
They said you're right. Started with Hitler, Stalin, and so on. Obamacare will be repealed soon.
And replaced with some other corrupt piece of garbage, I bet you.
As
Big
long as
government.
we're not forced to get health care, that would be a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
The ladies on The View had a field day with Rocket Man. I don't know what that means, Rocket Man.
I missed that, too.
Vegan Doe wants to know what's wrong with flour.
Flour is a
Arthritis
carbohydrate
food is
that's
medicine.
simple carbohydrates. It gets into your bloodstream so fast. It's no different than sugar. If you look at the glycemic index for white bread, it's the same as sugar. The glycemic index for corn flakes is worse than sugar. The glycemic index
How's
for
that
white...
possible?
I've got me, because 100 is glycol, or glycogen.
Peace. Yeah, Peace
Glucose.
keeps saying that you have very unpeaceful thoughts and sayings.
Who?
That you're making him feel really
Yeah, I
uneasy
stir
before
things up.
bed.
I stir things up.
What
That's
about
true.
things like brown bread?
Brown bread is hardly any different. Very high in the glycemic index. At least it's a whole food. If you have like whole grain flour that's sprouted, that's a step in the right direction. But
Rocket Man is Trump's nickname for Kim Jong-un.
oh,
He keeps calling him Rocket Man in his speeches and stuff.
gotcha. Picking a fight with a bunch of the way North Korea looks at us is the way I look at big government. They think we're full of corrupt
You don't eat pizza, no?
conspiracies of evil, and they're right, for frig's sake. Now, I'm not saying North Korea is any better. They're probably just a different flavor of evil, but they look at us the way that is. They see us a lot more true than we see ourselves. We spread this big government crap all around the world. If you don't take our dollars for petrol, for oil, we'll float off the coast and blow your nation up and replace your leader with one of our own choosing. We've done it over and over and over and over and over. So if you're Kim Jong-un, you better be scared, because we are your enemy.
Wow, Freddie, really? He said in his speech he would completely destroy North Korea if it continues.
Yeah, I believe it. And there's gonna be somebody in the world who's gonna be the most aggressive towards us, and it just happens to be North Korea right now. So
They torture their own people. They are all starving. We stand up for human rights. It's really not our business.
I agree with you that it's like, from a moral
Sugar.
perspective, you're right. But from a financial and political perspective, you can't force the people of America to pay for what someone else believes is a human rights violation across the world. The Constitution says we don't do that. You don't use federal monies to do it. You can do it with private money, though. If you want to raise an army and send it over to North Korea with your own money, you can do that.
Ryan says it's not our business either. Vegan does says she doesn't eat refined sugar.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's impressive for a vegan, I think, because
Yeah,
I feel like the trap with vegetarianism and veganism is to eat like desserts because they're so often, vegan. I don't know why, but your husband's voice reminds me of Gary Yourofsky.
I'm half Polish / Russian, so
Russian?
Polish and Russian, it's debated. We don't really know which one we are.
Oh, thank you, Drake. Thank you, Dan. You eat organic meat? Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm. Grass-fed.
Investments in conflict prevention are important. I agree with that. Actually, the president has the power to conduct foreign affairs. You guys got to stop sending such long messages at once. Ever try Ezekiel bread? I think we might have.
It's lower glycemic because it's got a lot of whole grains and stuff, yeah.
I blocked him. No, Jackie, I didn't mean to block you. I was just trying to close the comment. Damn it.
It's that tiny screen.
View profile. He's probably like, why did I get blocked for that? It was just an accident. Now he won't be able to comment, though.
He probably knows.
He's really, but he's really, he probably knows
He
what.
probably knows what just happened.
No, he doesn't. I don't think. He probably thinks I've blocked him. I've blocked him so many times.
Somebody said that the president does have the power to do
That was him.
these things. Okay.
And I blocked him, so he can't hear you now. Jackie, are you back?
The antibiotics is a disaster, but it's necessary when you monocrop.
Dude, teach me what I can eat in my yard. I love listening to Mr. Perfect. He needs to scope more. All the guys always say this. Nick has dreams about you. He has dreams that you and him become friends.
A lot of what I had to say is super simple. So it's like, if I can float these ideas and it takes hold in anybody's mind and it helps them, that's fantastic.
Really, Freddie? Totally, yeah. He wants foraging help. Where are you in the world? Hey, Jess.
Somebody said they're toxic right now.
Hola, Judy. This is Mr.
Yeah,
Perfect.
if you're on a lot of pills and stuff.
He's taking Cipro as an antibiotic right now.
You can use antibiotics very strategically, but if you're using it chronically, that's when you got to really worry, I think.
He said he has no choice, he's told.
If you stop
well,
eating
definitely
sugar
make sure
and
you
flour,
have probiotics if you're taking an antibiotic.
You know, one of the reasons you need antibiotics is eating flour and sugar. You can stop that,
Yeah,
it'll help a lot of the problems.
Mass animal farming, someone says, but there was a comment that...
Monocropping, monofarming.
What was that? I don't dream about you, but you should scope more out. Okay. You
He's
teach
like, just
foraging?
to clarify, I don't dream about you.
He was just teaching foraging right before this. Mass animal farming is a cluster F, but I love my meat.
I know, it's tough. I was just talking about that with my buddy. I'm like, dude,
He's outside Boston.
I know how healthy meat is for you in small amounts, and your body will tell you that. But to actually kill an animal, a friendly little fuzzy little fella, hello buddy, how you doing? Pet him? Kill him?
Cipro is bad for tendons, I guess.
What is?
That's what Eric says.
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be side effects when you take a pharmaceutical dose of a particular...
Bacon is God. I love bacon.
Bacon is very dangerous in terms of the nitrates that are used to preserve it.
Vegan dough needs help giving up pita bread.
I'm not that familiar with pita bread, but if you're going to eat carbs, just eat it in small quantities at a time. That's 20 grams per hour, 20 to 25 grams per hour. If you're doing more than that, you're probably going to get
balance it out with fat and protein if you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, never eat alone. Always smother it in fat and protein, healthy fat and protein.
But she doesn't eat any like butter or cheese.
No nitrates bacon. That's good.
Yeah, no nitrate bacon. Foraging for mushrooms? What kind of foraging?
Mushroom foraging is dangerous.
Jewelweed.
That's for professionals, just to give you guys a heads up on that. Unless you have like a grandfather or somebody who can like show you exactly what it looks like, what's the right thing. Because if you damage your organs by eating a poison mushroom, it can be for life. So be really careful with that.
Our organs are so far feeling okay. Mm-hmm. Wait, you have to know what you're doing, she says.
Definitely.
Yeah. Hey, Allie. So many toxic mushrooms. Wow, really? That's so freaky. Fresh cut bacon from the butcher.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Hey, girl.
Although, watch out for, pigs get fed a lot of low-quality food.
Ginseng?
Unless they're organic.
My great-grandma was the awesome mushroom picker. So cool.
Yeah,
so what does your diets look like? What does a day look like with Mr. and Mrs. From Yoga?
We're not perfect about our diets, I can tell you that. But at least we know what direction to head in. That's the idea. We err towards the convenient side of things. I eat peanut butter. All organic,
pretty much.
Yeah, we are pretty much all organic. Yep. I eat peanut butter. I eat purple corn chips. There's a lot of carbs in purple corn chips. We eat
chips with cream cheese as a snack.
Yeah.
I honestly eat pasta and I just cover it in grass-fed organic butter and cheese. Do we get many people from overseas in your room? Some, yeah. It depends on how good their English is. I have fungus-like stuff growing in my yard. Can I eat it? No.
Probably not.
Don't eat it, dude. Stop.
I mean, some of it could be edible, but it doesn't mean you should eat it.
Yeah, Chris says that her great-grandma taught them what mushrooms to stay clear of.
Nice. That's really important.
And vegan says bacon is class 1 carcinogenic according to the World Health Organization.
I would not disagree with that.
Even, like, local bacon?
Well, when you go to the store and buy Oscar Mayer, you're buying chemicals. Yeah.
Olive oil and garlic salt. Yum. I don't know what you're putting that on, but it sounds delicious.
Usually people dip bread in olive oil with garlic.
Mm-hmm.
But I would recommend you guys never, ever eat bread, period. Just treat it like it was like
maybe
Skittles
on my pasta.
Eat the tiniest bit. Thank you.
We both look gorgeous. Really? Thank you. I feel very, tired. Eating pork is as close to cannibalism as you can get without eating human. No nitrate bacon is the only bacon I eat. Are you scared if you eliminate some food, eventually you might become allergic to it? How old are you, sir?
Allergies often caused by eating flour and sugar. It makes you have immune dysfunction and makes your immune system go crazy because you have leaky gut, because you have undigested proteins getting through your gut into your bloodstream, setting off a range of allergies and symptoms across the body.
Like inflammation.
Inflammation, water retention, all related to flour and sugar.
Yes, my uterus does hurt. What do you mean? How would you know? There is some seaweed that tastes like bacon. Do you eat seaweed? What? I want bacon seaweed. My wife has developed some type of sensitivity to gluten as an adult. Makes her feel awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, leaky gut probably.
Yep.
Sometimes I need a cheeseburger. You can have a Beyond Burger. Go to your country and get all your meat from Fresh Cut. Even organic sprouted bread. Thank you, Max Ryan. Thanks for being here. I like your silver badge.
Keep that as a minimum. Don't eat more than 25 to 30 grams of carbs per hour. If you can check your blood sugar.
Caucasian problems.
No, this is everybody. Everybody has. Well, in terms of blood sugar, like a lot of people of ethnicities have blood sugar problems. Believe me, this is a human problem. This is also a pet problem, by the way.
Human problem.
You feed your pets a bunch of carbs, they're going to have all kinds of health diseases as well, chronic diseases, the same stuff we have.
So you guys mostly eat vegetables, right? No, that would be ideal, but it's not true. Can you do a visual of 20 grams?
That would be like half a piece of bread, but honestly, if you're going to eat 20 grams of carbs, try to make it something that's better than that, like vegetables.
Caucasians have recessive genes. Are you a Hotep? Apple bread is good.
Fruit is something that I would also recommend to be extremely cautious with it. Eating a lot of fruit all at once causes a blood sugar spike. A blood sugar spike causes an insulin spike. Insulin spike you can either stay high in insulin if you're insulin resistant, or you go really low. If you're insulin sensitive, your blood sugar goes really low and you go into muscle wasting. That's why I'm so thin.
That's true, Max. Max says it's hard to eat low carbs as a vegetarian.
Yes.
If I gave up bread, would I lose weight?
Yes, drop pounds like I'm.
But she doesn't need to lose weight,
Your mind
though.
would go crazy.
She's like our body type.
And mine would go. I mean, you lose pounds. People are trying to lose weight will lose weight so fast if they quit carbs. I don't mean go zero carbs. I mean go 20 grams of carbs at a time. That's the zone diet. If you want to look it up, check it out. The zone diet. Dr. Berry's series, he explains try to eat in a ratio of 4 to 3-3. That's 4 carbs, 3 protein, 3 fat. And if you do that, you keep your blood sugar stable and drop weight like crazy, and a lot of chronic illnesses just disappear.
Okay, dude, racist dude, this is your last chance to just stop talking about how he's just said
Is he saying white bread?
Caucasians. No, he said Caucasians are in denial of what they've done to our planet. It's like, well, why don't you say what you want to say rather than just being here talking about how much you hate white people?
Yeah, a lot of white people happen to be wealthy, and wealthy people do a lot of destruction.
I love pasta a lot too, vegan.
But that does not mean we did it because we were white. We did it because we were wealthy. And there's lots of people that anyone who's in America is wealthy. That includes of all colors.
Taylor, I'm bigger than you for sure. You're taller, but you're thin. Good info, guys. Thanks. Thank you. Is that Dan? Thank you for being here. Thanks for all those super hearts. They are deluded of who they are and what they've done to our planet. My stomach is allergic to carbs. It makes my stomach to swell.
Yeah, a lot of people get bloated when they eat carbs. Yeah. I would recommend a lot of probiotics. Try to get your digestive system back on track.
Flexitarian? A flexitarian? What's that mean? Great info.
Good question.
Thank you, Chris. He means thank you too.
Never. We don't do colon cleanse.
How often, if ever? I'm hypoglycemic and animal protein works for my body. I'm a vegetarian. Screw that guy. Just ignore him. You guys rock. Probiotics are life. Yes, we like probiotics in this house a lot too. They taste good too. You can get yummy. It's like a soda. Caucasians have been living off the wealth of black people for centuries. So what solution do you propose?
All the black people in America are rich.
What would you like us to do?
Third world countries.
Why don't you ask for what you want right now? That guy is a huge troll. I don't think so. That's a very common belief system, and if I just block him just because he believes something, he's just going to say it's because I'm white. What's your favorite fruit and veg? All of the above. I'm not a big apple fan.
I came from Europe. I kind of like Europe. Let's see.
Go back to the caves of Europe.
Apples are too big.
You really think that would solve the problem? Wow, you're the deluded one, my friend. Bino is a huge troll. He's in a lot of scopes tonight, believe me.
Bananas and apples are both too big. They're not natural. They don't exist in nature like that.
It's sad because I wish I could find someone who believed what you believe that could actually have a rational debate with me about it, because I would love to hear
the people who are
solution.
listening to you can...
He's saying you are the problem. It's like, dude, you're presenting no solutions.
Every person is their own problem, including
I am in Australia, so we escape high fructose corn syrup. How do you guys avoid it?
Oh, yeah. High fructose corn syrup is zero.
By looking at the ingredients and what you buy and eat.
There's no place in the human diet or any diet for it. It's right, 100% throw right in the garbage, toxic waste. Yeah.
Do we have pickleberries?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'll have to look that up.
Never heard of it.
I assume that they're talking from Europe. They're in Europe.
She asked if we had them here.
Sicily does have some awesome caves. I love studying about Italy and Greece, ancient Italy and Greece.
I don't really have a hard time finding food that doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it. Oh, thanks, Max. Yeah, it does seem like we should have crossed paths before. It's a pickleberry. Disease didn't exist in Africa until Caucasians turned up. So what would you like me to do about it now?
Because Ebola is endemic in Africa throughout the animal kingdom.
And Taylor, man, don't address trolls. I'm taking notes. Eat like Italians. Eat not American Italians.
Yes, that's right.
She said, I don't think you do because I made it up. Pickleberries are not a thing.
Who said that? Who was it?
Vegan dough.
It wasn't Jackie that time?
No, Jackie can't talk even if he came back because I blocked him by accident. Jackie, if you're here, it was an accident.
Thinking is hard work.
Thank
when
you.
You're in a. You know what somebody said the other day? That our culture is a cult of suicide. Like he just said, you can't go anywhere and find something that's not.
Bino claims that Ebola comes from Europe, just like syphilis. Wow, you've done tons of research on this, haven't you? What are you guys talking about? Food in the trash and pickleberries? No, I'm Vegan Dough said no, I'm the other troll.
Food in the trash. We're talking about food-like substances. They're not actually edible.
Tater tots the other day.
They're edible.
We don't really eat fries, but I eat out sometimes, and sometimes I get fries on the side. Oh, I want to block you, but I'm too slow. Damn it. Damn you. Shake my fist at you. I'm gonna get you though. Get ready. You think I missed you? I didn't miss you. It's coming. I think maybe unless no one's gonna comment.
He's just jealous because of my badass beard.
I think he is. He's jealous because low power mode. My phone is trying to die right now. Oh my god, we finally blocked this guy. You guys blocked, and this is all freaking out. If someone wants to block that other dude, that'd be cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, you've seen me eat an airport burger for sure, and beer. Hey Scope, sorry, we're just ending this because my phone's freaking out now. It might have died. I don't know if you guys are seeing any of this, but remember. Thank you, Drake. The guy that was going on. Yes, Ryan, you are the man. I can't believe you got him. That was so good. Egg drops right there, Chris. Ryan's on it. He's kicking butt. I love it.
A lot
that
of
was
good questions
awesome.
you guys have. Thank you.
Yeah,
for
especially
all that.
I think Vegan Dough. That was awesome. A lot of you guys, really, really awesome stuff. Thank you. I want to shout out my super hardest, but I probably can't because it'll crash the scope. So thank you, Freddie. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, TMF3D. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, all other super harders that I may have skipped over. I can't actually click and bring you guys up, but I will see you after the scope is over. And remember, you're all worthy of being loved and feeling comfortable in your own skin. This is another moment in time with Taylor and Mr. Perfect. I love him. More Mr. P scopes. Okay. Thanks for the burps. Most appreciated. Love you. This is awesome, guys. Thanks, guys. Follow me. Don't forget to follow me. I live with him all the time. Okay.